What are some girl secrets guys don't know about? In pants hard bulge pick more than actual pick of your D. Under boob sweat is a thing. Sometimes we stand up and things just gush out of us. We always think it's our period. Sometimes when we pee a stray drop or two starts to roll across our butt cheek. Or maybe that's just me. Periods suck overall, but they are very different depending on the girl. Some women get emotional. Some are completely normal. Some periods last for 8 days. Some last for 3 days. Some girls are in extreme pain. Some just have mild discomfort. Some flows are very heavy. Some are very light. Aka, I'm on my period can mean anything from sorry, I'm completely incapacitated, or I'm just feeling a little worse than usual. How slowly we have to pull out a dry tampon in order not to rip our V tissue out. When you hold your breasts when you walk up the stairs so they don't jiggle because that's uncomfortable. Some of us get extremely horny during the period, or little before that. Not the best timing, and not so many men dig it. After you go to the toilet, and you have discharge in your knickers. Pulling your knickers back up again is the most horrific feeling. It gets cold very quick whilst you pee. Cold, wet and slimy discharge knickers suck. Imagine that all day long. Sometimes a pubic hair gets stuck under a panty liner. Ouch. Some of us have to shave our toes. Might not be a girl exclusive thing, but I personally need a lot more foreplay to actually enjoy sex. Most of the time I can't get off from strictly penetration no matter how badly we both want it. If there are any men fashion designers on here, women who like dresses want pockets in the dresses, and I don't mean near my boob, I mean on the actual skirt part. I love my one dress with pockets. We get so turned on that our clit actually hurts sometimes. We are almost always at least a little wet. It's not that you're hot. Our bodies just need to be to function. Some girls like squeezing their boobs. When we say don't stop during sex, it means don't stop doing what you are doing. Don't go harder. Don't go faster. Just don't stop doing it exactly as you are right now. It seems that when this is said, the guy speeds up or starts ducking up the rhythm. The feeling of having fart bubble popping forwards and squeezing your thighs to pop it. Bro, didn't expect this to blow up. Till that guys get this too. Now I have a mental image of these flapping up like the lid on a kettle. When girls are particular about their hair products, it's not just being overly superficial or picky. When your hair is long, the right shampoo, conditioner, drying routine can be the difference between soft waves and a dry, ratty mess. We have so many hair related issues. Plucking dark random nipple hairs. Trying to line up when we shave our areas to when we hook up to avoid guys from seeing razor burn or ingrown hairs. Before getting out of the shower we have to pick out hair from our butt crack that fell out from washing our hair. Pubes growing and sticking out of our undies. Pubes getting stuck in pads or liners. Some women have larger labias and sometimes they get stuck in our underwear. It's very painful and extremely uncomfortable. And then we have to either walk funny to try to get them unstuck or walk very, very carefully to somewhere where we can just stick a hand down our pants to get things sorted. And don't get me started about getting stuck in lace underwear. If you have a sex without a condom, we need a good few minutes after to let everything drain out of us. I always tell my boyfriend BRB gotta go ooze, because I love seeing the cringe. Some women get blood clots in our periods and it feels like you're giving birth to a jellyfish. Sometimes we have to take the extra long stride too, because period blood and discharge can make things sticky down there. Some guys don't understand how different many girls look without makeup. At least in my experience, not a single girl I've ever interacted with has been turned on by an unsolicited D-pic. I would say this only applies to women who are slightly bigger, but this was an issue for me even when I was very slim. Thigh rubbage is horrible when you wear a dress or skirt, particularly in summer. It was also bad for me if I was wearing stockings and they would ride down a bit below my vag, essentially forcing the top of my thighs to rub together in inglorious harmony. It hurts. We need to pee right after sex to reduce the risk of getting a UT. We also think periods are gross, but we don't have the luxury of avoiding them. The true reason we go to the toilet together is, that the waiting queue would usually so long that alone we will get really bored and b. feel a little excluded from the conversation for some minutes when we come back to the group. So we go together and chat the whole time we are waiting. I'm super late to this party but I'll lift my boobs up so I feel like I can breathe without the weight of them. Have no idea if anyone else does this tbh. It's a great feeling. My nipples can be like two clitorises on my chest. Rubbing them very gently, licking, being kind equals I get super wet and aroused. Usually when I masturbate I stimulate a nipple at the same time. I don't know why dudes don't try this more when I ask. Most go at my chest like they want to smoosh my boobs like dough or suck a nipple like they're angry and trying to lengthen it. What I think they don't get is there's so much versatility in the body. I like rough play too but tender play is a whole other lovely world. Every so often, something itches. Is it a yeast infection? Is it a bacterial infection? Is your pubic hair growing back in? Is it dryness? Is it irritation? Did something get stuck in your underwear? The answer is that 99% of the time everything is fine but you're still gonna worry and squirm uncomfortably trying to get it to stop. And also yeast infections in general, much more common than one would think. And absolutely goddamn ruthless. Sometimes a hug will do a million times more good than trying to get me to explain why I'm upset. Largely because I'm probably overwhelmed with my feelings and need to process them before I can explain them. The fastest way to process and get them out, a hug to feel loved. Expected girl secrets. Got mostly girl secrets posts instead. Sometimes if I'm struggling with a mechanical problem, I want to struggle with it until I fix it. If you see that I'm having trouble, take the broken thing away from me and fix it on the spot. I lose the chance to fix my own problem. Edit. Wow. Gold. Thank you. I may be late to this post but, while we obviously can't get boners we can and quite frequently accidentally get turned on. You just can't see it. I find that myself and a lot of my female friends cross our legs to help the feeling go away. But it could just be our weird thing. But you can't assume that any woman standing like that is accidentally turned on. Sometimes we just like standing with our legs crossed. Heavy makeup and no makeup looks mean something completely different than what you're thinking. B. On occasion, enjoy bathing in the blood of our enemies while casually summoning Daedric princes. I don't care how terrible it looks. If you make me a card or gift instead of buying one I will adore it forever. Boob acne is a thing that happens and it's perfectly normal. Trust me. Same with stretch marks around the breasts and thighs. We, or at least some of us, get ridiculously horny on our periods. It's a painful paradox. Queefs are not true farts, in the sense of passing gas. They happen when air gets pushed up in there, often due to intercourse, and then it needs back out. Be nice if it happens cause we might be embarrassed. And in a funny way, it's sorta your fault. I don't know if it has been said, but I always think I'm pregnant. Craving a certain food, must be prego. Period didn't show up the minute I thought it would. I'm clearly having a child. Having said that, my husband and I are currently trying so I'm at a constant state of toads prego. We love it when you moan and make noises during sex. Don't be the silent type. Let me know I'm pleasing you goddammit. This thread makes me feel so normal. Phew. Thank you, ladies. Or drunk girls in the bathroom are the nicest girls in the world. We squirm around sometimes to unstick our underwear from our thighs. The secret of getting us to have sex more is to do equal housework and organizing so that we aren't so ducking tired all the time. For duck's sake, if I say I'm about to come, that does not mean change one single thing about what you're doing. Don't go faster or slower or god forbid change the position. Just stay exactly as you are, please. Probably my biggest girl secrets. 1. If I have a purse backpack, I'm carrying enough snacks for 3 people for a full day. 2. No matter where I am in my period cycle, said purse backpack also has a couple panty liners, tampons, and a pad. In case anyone else gets hit with their period unexpectedly. Personally I stick with my diva cup but I got your back, girls. Guys think girls are really complex, but that's not always the case. I mean, sure, sometimes I have a lot going on in my head, but other times, when we're in the car and I'm silent and you think I'm angry about something, I'm just thinking I wish I'd ordered the tacos at dinner instead of the chicken. Or did I remember to switch the laundry over? Damn. Single dad with a daughter. This thread feels so important and also mind-numbingly terrifying. When you come inside of us, it changes our personal smell for a few days. If you have a sense of humor and can make us giggle uncontrollably, you're way more attractive than any muscular piece of man out there. If you see me walking into the bathroom with a makeup bag, I'm not doing my makeup. I have my period and I hide my pads, tampons in the bag. A lot of guys don't notice this, but our pockets are basically non-existent when we get the pleasure of even having them with our pants. It sounds like a minor problem, but it really is a pain in the ass to carry around keys, your phone, etc. That's why so many of us get big purses so that we don't have to struggle all day, but then it sucks to carry a bag all day too, so there's really no way around it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, enjoy your huge, always there, pockets. Sometimes we just stand in the shower and watch the period blood drip down like we are showering after a bloody, dangerous fight for our freedom. Some women like men's fashion more, or at least I do. Sometimes we just play with our pubes when we're bored, no sexual aspect to it. Sometimes we don't really know what's wrong or why we're so upset, so stop asking what's wrong repeatedly and just hug and love us. Probably late to this, but if you're talking to a girl at a bar club and then a friend comes up to you both with some reason she needs to leave, she most likely asked the friend to do that. It's usually the safest way to get out of a conversation with a creepy or uncomfortable vibe. Her friend isn't cock blocking you. You're most likely cock blocking yourself. Sometimes when we don't want to have a sex with you, it has nothing to do with you. We aren't feeling sexy. We are feeling gross from menstruation or menopause. We have something troubling us. Maybe a yeast infection. Maybe I haven't shaved, or I fear my vag ain't that fresh. And sometimes, I really do have a headache. Don't worry about it. If we have sat on that peen a few times and we always text call you back, you're golden. In this thread, bodily fluids. Lots of them. Be warned. Stop pulling my boobs out over the top of my bra. Yes, I'm aware it can be sexy, however doing this stretches the bra out and those things are expensive and sometimes difficult finding the best fit. I find things he says to me, dirty talk, and the noises he makes in the bedroom are the main ingredients to whether I'm going to come or not. Oh yeah, and plenty of foreplay included. And whatever you do, don't go straight to the clit and start jackhammering away. That hurts like hell. Take time to tease and gently work your way around it before you even graze over it. Some of us like our alone time. Don't freak out if we don't text you back after a while. I'm the kind of girl that drops off the map for weeks at a time. But I'll always return. Always. I just like the outdoors and my quiet time.